Welcome to the Counselor tutorial for adding a custom section to profession reports as well as patient reports. We'll begin here in a patient visit within the profession report tab, and then we're going to be going to the patient report tab in just a bit. So as you can see, this is a visit that already has test data in place. It has a history written, results, recommendations, etc. Right? But you may have need to add more, add an additional section beyond history, results, and recommendations. And that's where the custom section comes in handy. This is frequently used for like an impression section or prognosis, or maybe there's additional test results that you want to display beyond what you had within the results section. Point being, it can be used for whatever you'd like it to be used for. You simply click into the Edit Custom Section area. You can see, first off, there's a title for this section. You do not have to have a title, but you certainly can. If you do enter something, of course, it'll show up on the final report, and this will be remembered for the next patient visit. So it's the next time you create a patient visit, you don't have to retype this. You can type in any text that you wish. You also can draw from the preset templates. So here I'll just add two really quickly. Now these are some pretty simple templates, but you could of course have more complex text, longer sections of text. Perhaps placeholders are built into it. Maybe you have tables. The counselor support team, of course, can help you get your templates in place, but you also have full control to modify them and add new ones as well. In fact, you can add new templates directly from here. So you just click the Create New Template. You can either add it to an existing category or create a new one on the fly. You can give it a shorthand name. Maybe you have a lot of text in the template and you want to just have a shorthand, maybe with the name of the test is or something. That way it's easier to find. And then, of course, you can add any text that you wish here. When you add it, it'll add it not only to the existing report, but to your ongoing list of templates as well. Okay, that's important to note. You also have the ability to customize your templates for the custom section here under the profession report custom section templates. And actually, just a sneak peek, we're going to be talking about the patient report in just a moment. You can also update your custom section templates here under admin and then patient report custom section templates. Okay, but let's go ahead and jump back to the main screen here, and we can see now there's text in place for the custom section. All right, so we have that in place with a title of impressions. Now we can decide where that is going to show up on the report. And some of this may be dictated by how you're using, the custom section. You may want it to show up at the top of the report or at the end or somewhere in the middle. Maybe you want it to show up right after the audiogram, right? Point being is you can click into Edit Options and then choose Display Order. And that gives you the ability to flip these around. You could say, maybe I want the custom section first and I want the history second and audio third, right? You can flip these around however you wish, okay? As you may already know, you also can set any default layout templates. So if you have an instance where, with this type of testing, I want to make sure you have the custom section at the top, you might create a report layout type just for that, right? And that when that situation comes up, maybe you're doing vestibular testing or doing tinnitus evaluations or APD or speech pathology, whatever the case may be, you can then click on the template here within the report layout, and then it would automatically reorder based on your preferences for that layout type. Okay, so you can do it manually, or you can very quickly have templates set up to reorder based on your preferences. Okay, regardless of whether you use a default or a layout template, I should say, or you manually change it on the fly, you do want to make sure you click Save to lock in those changes. If you don't, it'll just keep the original orientation. Okay, so once again, here we can see our custom section. If we go ahead and bring open the profession report, what we're going to see is, of course, we have history, results, recommendations, and there's our newly created impression section that we left here at the bottom of the report. So once again, it's very quick and easy to get it onto the report in the place where you want it to be. So let's go ahead and kind of translate this now into the patient report. So when we jump over to the patient report, basically the same tools available, but maybe likely for different purposes. So the patient report is designed as a counseling summary, right? And so you may want to use this specifically for additions to the existing patient report, right, which shows familiar sounds audiogram, layman's term description of the hearing loss, and specific recommendations. You may say, great, in addition to that, I want to say, right, and once again, you have your templates in place, right? Here's kind of a post-fitting summary. These can be very, very practical types of approach where you really want the patient to be able to have something that they can understand easily and use, right? So in this case, it added that information, and of course, then that would show up on the patient report. If you said, okay, well, I want to add the custom section, but you know what, this isn't for an audio, so I don't need this, right? Once again, you can go to edit options. You can modify what shows up here. You can, remove the audiogram and description and recommendations, etc., and just have, the areas you need displaying. Okay, so very easy. And once again, you go ahead and click save to lock that in. Okay, so between the profession report and patient report, of course, you have the ability to add these custom sections on the fly, and then have them show up on the final report. As I mentioned, if you need any assistance with creating templates, with just figuring out how to best use these sections, please reach out to us, give us a call, email us, try a live chat with us. We are always happy to help. Thank you very much for joining us for the tutorial on adding custom sections to the profession report and the patient counseling summary.